Hey everybody, this is Jasmine. Thank you for joining me. I'm with Ethereal Pathways. I'm going to do a collective channel message and see what comes out for everybody, what they need to know, what will assist you at this time on your spiritual growth and awakening journey and ascension journey, and any other messages that need to come through, really just to assist you in general. And what I always say is take what resonates for you, leave what doesn't for somebody else, because there may be signs of confirmation that I channel through that'll be for you. Some may be for a collective of you, a group of you, and some may be for somebody else. So only take what resonates for you and use your intuition with that and leave what doesn't for somebody else. And it doesn't matter when you're watching this, how long ago I posted this. If you felt pulled to this video to click on it and watch it, there's most likely a message in here for you, because I do not believe in coincidences. And I always put out that intention that with all my videos, that those who need to find it, find it. And there's messages in here for you, I do believe. So I'm going to go ahead and tap into the energy. I will tell you that while I was, in my meditation shower time this morning, and that's usually when I open my aura up and my third eye, crown chakra up, really just try to start getting messages from the divine. And that's usually when I do get a lot of, I tap in and start getting messages for the collective ahead of time. And one of the things that came through was Archangel Chamuel, working with assisting a lot of us in the collective right now with healing broken hearts and mending relationships with people. So, and that could be anybody. That could be friends, that could be family members that you've maybe blocked or, separate yourself from, or you have a quarrel or disagreement with for a while or whatever. And just take it as it resonates. But it could also be, maybe past lovers. Again, take it as it resonates. I just feel like in general, there's a healing taking place right now. And I'm getting that pink energy, and I was drawn to wear pink today. And I don't think that's a coincidence at all. And I'm listening to singing sound bowls that are pink. So I think that there's a lot of that going on right now. And that's what needed to come through, maybe to kind of give you some kind of sign of confirmation that, there is healing taking place right now. Archangel Chamuel is working with us right now to assist in healing these broken hearts that we've had. And again, it could be many different people for us and in each of your lives. It could be family, it could be ex-lovers or lovers, it could be, friends, whatever it is. Okay. So just take it as it resonates, as I always say. But anyway, I'm going to write that down, Archangel Chamuel. And so you maybe got into wear pink here lately. Maybe you're wearing pink today, and that's a sign of confirmation that this is your message as well. But I'm going to write that. And they say that that's the archangel that, usually gets depicted as Cupid, a little baby Cupid. Okay. But that's not a little baby, obviously. Archangels are large. But yeah, this is the one that deals with love in general. And that could be, again, any kind of form of love and healing broken relationships, okay, and healing those broken hearts. So, and with it being Mercury retrograde, I'm getting a message to share. I've shared this the other day. You may notice some people from the past that maybe you had blocked or you just went, no contact with. Okay, there's been no contact with them coming back, okay, to try to maybe make peace. So they could try to mend the relationship at least so they can move on with their life and you can move on however you're guided to. And so you may notice that too, with it being Mercury retrograde, that some people may come back to try to make peace. Okay. And, just, do what you will. Everybody's got free will. But that could be something that's I'm being guided to tell you. So I'm going to write that down too. And again, if you're watching this and it's not Mercury retrograde, you can, just take it as it resonates. You know what I mean? And you know what? That actually happened to me before Mercury retrograde with, a member of my family trying to come back and make peace that, I had to block. Okay. What else, Spirit? What else needs to come through? I'm just getting a lot of rigidness in a lot of us that we've had from broken hearts, from being traumatized in relationships and really, having been through a lot and being hurt, a lot. A lot of that healing is going to be taking place, and you just allow, and just being guided to say, just allow, the healing to take place. Don't try to resist. Don't try to hold grudges or and again, just, you've got free will, but I'm just feeling guided to share this. Some of us we get stuck in holding on to holding a grudge against somebody that hurt us really deeply. And that actually keeps us stuck in our healing. And I know I can tell you firsthand, it it is something, it's a block, okay? And if you want to move on with your life and find happiness for yourself, it's best for you to let go, okay, of that grudge and forgive and release that person to their highest and greatest good in love. And I know some of you may not be ready to do that, and that's fine. But I'm just sharing the message. I'm just a messenger here, okay? And I'm being guided to share this for a reason because I feel like a lot of us we're being brought into new beginnings in our life. And until we heal to a certain extent, we cannot have those new things come in. There's abundance that wants to come in, and that includes all forms, love, fulfillment in your life purpose, okay, and work and a romantic relationship, whatever, okay? And until we let go of the need to control and hold on to grudges and let that wound fester more and more and let it build up more resentment and more pain for ourselves, that we are totally in control of that, okay? And I don't think a lot of people realize how much in control of their own happiness they really do have. And I just am feeling really guided and inspired to speak this right now. And this is really coming heavy. So I feel like a lot of people are not wanting to let go of grudges for whatever reason. Maybe it's a competitiveness. They don't feel they're good enough. They don't feel as good as the other person. And it's triggering something within you or whatever, okay? Or they hurt you really bad and they stole from you or whatever, okay? Take it as it resonates. But I'm just here to tell you, and I'm really feeling guided to say this. This is really important for a group of you watching this, that until you allow that to be let go and you forgive that person, and let them go in love and light to their highest and greatest good and unconditional love, that is going to hold you back from your highest fulfillment of your desires and, being fulfilled in your life in whatever way you want to be, in love and whatever, okay? That's going to hold you back. And the longer you hold on to that, those resentments and that unforgiveness and what they did to you and the pain of it and harping on it, and ruminating on it in your head and continue to hold on to it, the more it's going to hurt you. And it's going to extend that healing, okay? It's just going to prolong it and make it longer and longer for you to heal from it. So you owe it to yourself, in my opinion, to let go of it. The quicker, the better. Let go of it and forgive. And, I think that came out recently too, in one of the most recent readings that, forgiveness is needed in one of the collective readings. And that was probably 2-3 days ago, that compromise was needed and, forgiveness is needed. And again, take it however that message resonates, because forgiveness was the main thing I was really picking up on for this, this message is letting go of that. And, Archangel Chamuel has really been trying to work with you, I think, on this, on letting this person go or the pain or whatever it is, the competitiveness, the jealousy, whatever it is, okay? And until you let that go, you can't come into your abundance. It's just like a prerequisite, okay? And I've said this before in previous messages, speaking from experience in my own life, okay? And I'm still learning, but you will be asked to sacrifice certain things to move up in your life, ascend spiritually, and grow and come into your fulfillment, into your abundance and blessings. You will be asked to sacrifice different things from the ego. And one of those things, a lot of you could be, unforgiveness, could be holding on to things from the past, people from the past that hurt you and you don't want to forgive them. So I'm just sharing the message again. Don't hate me, don't whatever, but I'm really feeling guided to share this because this is something that even I have been being worked on about this with my ex-husband. And, as hard as I felt cheated, as he's a narcissist, and I feel guided to share this for somebody, okay? As much as I feel cheated, we have a daughter together. She's, 13, that he's turned her against my new, love interest. And because he has past, issues with him from 20 years ago that he hasn't let go of. And so I'm speaking and sharing this, hoping that it helps somebody gain some insight, okay? Because this has been something that's plagued my situation. And I have been asking that just forgive him and let it go, and my new love interest has let it go. And he's been trying to make peace with my ex, but my ex won't except he won't. He just shuts them down, blocks them out, and he's not wanting to move on. And then there's a lot of jealousy there, and there's, a lot of unforgiveness there. And I feel like Archangel Chamuel is really, and God's been really trying to deal with a lot of people in the collective right now, including myself, to let go of those past pains because it triggered stuff in me when my ex did that, and I started wanting to attack him. And then I was being, dealt with, and convicted of my actions, for defending, my daughter and my love interest because he was turning my daughter against him and telling her lies. And I knew they weren't true. So I'm like, okay, I just wanted to share this story with some people out there. Maybe it'll speak to you, let you know that you're not alone in this. Okay. I'm going through a lot of this too, but I'm really feeling guided to share this message that until you let that stuff go and you really, really make a good point of just continually letting that stuff go, because healing is a process. It will come off in layers. It does happen in layers. Okay. So, forgiving and letting things go may take you a little while, or it may be pretty quick. Okay. Just depends on you, I guess, and what your personal journey is and how much you need to heal. But I'm just guided to share this message for, I guess, a group of you out there that, because this has been coming up, like I said, when I was in my meditation time in the shower this morning, that Archangel Chamuel is really working with all of us in the collective right now, or a lot of us, to work on releasing these, wounds, and releasing these people for their highest and greatest good so we can come into our abundance, so we can find fulfillment in our lives and be truly happy. And a lot of us are being obstinate, like stubborn. I mean, I meant to it myself. I'm a little bit of a stubborn person, but I usually forgive pretty quickly. It just depends on how deep the wound is and how wronged I think I was. But I'm still in a process of healing from my ex, and it's been 2 years? And so I've gotten a lot better and not being as triggered. So I know I'm healing, but it's still a process. And it kind of comes off in layers like peeling an onion, as Molly says over at Crossroads meets the Ocean Rose. I love Molly. She's been a great inspiration for me and given me a lot of hope. And, I'm just giving a shout out to her on her channel, but she has really helped me too through this process of healing and looking at the higher perspective of things. And focusing on myself and my healing and not focus on other people, what they're doing, and that's really helped me out a lot. But anyway, I just was guided to share that. Release and let go. So forgiveness really holds you back if you're not willing to forgive somebody. It's holding yourself back and it's hurting yourself more than anything. Okay. It's not giving them what they want of you giving in. It's not a power struggle. It's a release of energetic cords. Okay. That's holding you back and it's hurting you the longer you hold on to it. Okay. You got to look at it like that. I'm going to write that down. See what else, Spirit? What else does come through? I don't know why I got dry mouth all of a sudden. It's like throat chakra again. I pick up on, I'm a medium, so I pick up on bodily sensations and things. And, if some of you have been watching me for a little while, you see that. So I do feel like for some of you, somebody is feeling guided. And it's been coming out, I swear, almost every day. Maybe guided to come towards you and speak a truth to make peace. Okay. Again, for forgiveness and so they can move on with their life and you can move on with your life, whatever you both decide to do. And again, it could be anybody. It could be family member, romantic interest from the past or whoever, okay? A friend, whatever, Spirit. And I'm hearing Archangel Michael is also assisting in the protection of, I just got goosebumps, signs of confirmation for, assisting and protecting certain relationships that are destined, okay? To come forward, to come together, okay? So some of you, if you do have a destined relationship, like coming in, or coming back, again, Mercury retrograde, that is a protected, destined relationship. That's a protected divine relationship, okay? That even the angels are assisting with. And there's a lot of protection going on too within the collective in general, because there's always light and dark, okay? And there are, can be dark forces. I don't like to talk about it a lot because I try to keep it positive as much as possible here, as much as possible on my channel. But, there is that, okay? There's a polarity. There's, that's the yin yang, the shadow and the light. And so there's always going to be darker forces or negative, lower vibrational forces that are going to try to battle in the spiritual realm against certain, I just heard marriages. Okay. But it's like a divine marriage, okay, against others coming together, okay, because a lot of the times it's going to be for the highest good of the, community of the collective of humanity. if certain individuals come together in a divine union, that will assist the collective in ascending. And so there's darker forces that don't want that to happen. So just realize that Archangel Michael is working with us as well to protect what, what we are owed in the destined partnerships and things coming in, okay, for us. So just, again, just know that Archangel Michael is protecting us. I heard the name Betty. Sorry about that. I normally put that on before I do this. I heard the name. So Betty was the name that came through. Sam or Samantha, Kelly, Stacy. I just heard Ronaldo. And again, just because your name isn't called doesn't mean that this message isn't for you, okay? Like I always say, that maybe one or more other signs could, resonate for you. I'm hearing Make-A-Wish. I don't know if somebody deals with the Make-A-Wish Foundation, but also I'm getting like another message with this Make-A-Wish. Some of you may be guided to start writing down your intentions, things that you want to manifest, okay? Like an intention or manifestation list, things that you want in a partner, the traits you want, be very specific, and or things you want to achieve, like you're feeling you want to achieve in this world, whether it be whatever it is, okay? And write like a manifestation list, things you want to achieve, okay? But then, also with that, release the outcome of how it's supposed to look exactly or how it's supposed to come about. Because the way we used to manifest, and I think this is going to come through with those who are a lot more have been in their masculine, whether you're a feminine gender or a masculine gender, doesn't matter. But those of you, pretty much all of us have been in this at some point in our lives, where the old way of manifesting and creating was doing by creating basically a strategy, right? We go towards, we have our end goal, we create a business plan, whatever it is, right? And we have steps that we take towards achieving that. And it's very rigid, okay, is what I'm getting. There's rigidness that's being let go of, because the way that we will be manifesting now in the new earth is more by the guidance of the spirit, the flow, staying in flow state and being guided by the Holy Spirit, guided by your intuition. And yes, it's good to have those goals because you can manifest those things. But how you go about doing that is what we need to let go of, the rigidity of it, okay? Because you're going to be guided. If you have those intentions and you feel like that's your heart's desire, that was put in your soul for a reason. And your soul knows the way. The divine knows the way. And archangels can assist you with that as well. And so letting go of the way it gets done or manifest is what we're being guided to do right now. And I'm getting goosebumps. So that's a sign of confirmation. And this is going to resonate for some people. And it could be hard because, our ego mind has been doing things so many years, especially the older we are. We're so used to thinking about how we achieve our goals a certain way. You go to college, you do these courses, you get this degree, and then you go to more schooling and you get, okay, so that's kind of stuff I'm talking about. And now we're being guided in a different way of however we're guided at the time, okay? Staying in the moment. And yes, we need to have future goals. That's great. But letting go of how they are achieved and when they come into fruition. Like, we can say, I want to manifest this in a year. Well, that's great. But if, letting go of the rigidity of what you got to do, when you got to do it is what's going to get you there. Okay. How it happens, we don't know. Okay. How it comes about, we don't know. Somebody could just write you a check for $10,000. I would love that, right? If you're praying for a specific amount of money, and you just never know how it's going to happen. I've seen miracles in my own life like that. And so letting go of, I have to do it this way is what I'm getting at. Okay. It has to be done this way because this is the way I've always done it. We got to let go of that because we're going to be guided a different way now. And it's a little scary because we don't have it written in paper. We don't have it written down where we're going to do this and this and this day and this. Okay. Because I'm very much like that too. I have a lot of Virgo in my chart. And it's all about structure and it's all about, the need to know when I have to do this and what I have to do when. And it's hard for me to let go of that. But I've been guided more and more to do that and only go as I'm inspired. So certain days I may not be inspired to make a video and I don't. I try to take, one day off a week. And I may record 2 videos like on a weekend when I want a weekend off, you know? One week, I might record 2 videos in the same day and then schedule it for the weekend. And it's what I'm getting at. So that way I can schedule some time off, but I go as I'm guided to do that. So cause I don't know what's coming for the weekend. And a lot of times when I was guided to do that, it worked out perfectly because I wouldn't have had time to record that over the weekend. And so they still got posted, you know? So it's just a different way of acting and doing and thinking. And it can be a little scary, especially to the ego mind that wants physical, rigid structure, right? To feel safety. But we have to learn to let go of that control, okay? And I just feel like that's what's coming through for people right now. Make a wish, but let go of the need to control. That's been coming out a lot lately. And that's been coming out in my own life. And I've been guided to a long time here, at least a couple years, to let go of the need to control the outcome and how it's supposed to look and how I get there and when, okay? The more we try to control that, the more it's going to push it out, is what I'm getting. Getting a lot of messages up front here. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit, any other signs of confirmation for people? I'm going to pull confirmation cards and oracle cards here in a minute. And I just literally heard remain grounded. And this has been coming out every day. Okay. So remain grounded. Again, I've talked about this every day about how you can do that. Go out and ground, earth. Take your socks and shoes and put it in the ground, raw ground, your bare feet. But you can also do it in other ways if you can't go outside or if it's raining or whatever. So I just got a visual with that, remain grounded. Okay, so I'm trying to think of how to word this. So when we're remaining grounded as we are manifesting, staying in the moment, staying in flow state, okay, that's your sacral energy. You're creating, you're feeling your emotions in the moment. You're not stopping or obstructing or not allowing it to flow by trying to control with ego. When you're staying in flow state and manifesting, and with those emotions, you're manifesting with those emotions, whether it be passion or inspiration, love, whatever, you're bringing it down from the ethers and you're grounding it into the physical. Woo! I just got goosebumps all over my body. Ugh, wow. It still get goosebumps. Okay. That was a huge message right there. You're grounding your manifestations into the physical when you stay in the moment and when you get out of your head and when you quit trying to control things with ego, and it will allow it to manifest quicker. Okay. So that's a huge message for, people here. And in the, excuse me, also beaches may be significant. I wish I could show you this background on my desktop that it changed to this morning when I logged on. I knew it was significant for somebody. It spoke to me because beaches are huge for me. I feel very tied to Atlantis and Lemuria, ancient Atlantis and Lemuria, and oceans and ocean life and, dolphins, things like that, mermaids. And I feel that a group of you that are connecting with me, are kindred spirits. You're of the same. So I'm just going to write that down again. Oceans may be significant, or the beach. You may love the beach. Maybe you live near there, or that's just like your favorite, your happy place, like it is for me. I just heard marriage again. So some of you have a divine partner coming in that will result in marriage. Again, take it as it resonates, because some of you may not want that, and that's fine. But that means that it's for somebody else, okay? That came out earlier, destined divine partnership. Some of you won't be marriage. It'll probably just be a high-level soulmate or a divine counterpart or partner, for you to do life with or to do business with. And, it could just be platonic, okay? But some of you, it may be a marriage that it'll result in. I got the name Mary. It's funny because right after marriage, Mary. I got the name Greg Richard. It's coming out. One of you maybe named as Mark. That keeps coming out. I did get Abigail or Abby. Sparrow. Maybe significant. Maybe look up the spiritual meaning of a sparrow. I get a message for somebody there. I'm getting Larimar, the stone, may work for some of you. You may be guided to look at that stone. It's kind of like, it kind of gives Caribbean vibes, okay, from the color of it. It's like what do they call that? Aquamarine color? Like a light teal or something? More of a blue color, like it's like a Caribbean blue kind of color. So you may be guided to work with that stone at this time. Okay. Any other signs, synchronicities? I just heard red mailbox. Okay. I'm just going to write it down. Red mailbox. It'll mean something for somebody. I just heard brown again. That came out yesterday with that brown Victorian house. But brown may be significant. Maybe it's somebody's favorite color or something. Wrap around handkerchief and Hank, okay? And Harold. Okay, Bill or William. 77, 123. Or you may be seeing 123 or 234. Or 1234, okay? So any combination of that, like 1234, whatever, you may be seeing stuff like that on the clock. Number synchronicities. Okay, 1144, 1122, 222, 444. I just heard 84, 79, 70, 77 already came out. I just heard 69, 42. 58. Again, this could mean anything. This could be like the year you're born or anything like that, okay? Or your age or whatever, okay? Or maybe you're seeing these numbers everywhere. 88, just the color pink. Again, I came out at the beginning. It may be significant. It is a color associated with Archangel Chamuel. So maybe you're seeing a lot of pink lately and you're like, man, it's pink. I keep seeing pink. Or maybe I'm guided to wear pink or buy something pink or decor is pink. I don't know, something significant with pink, okay? Raptor, okay. I don't know how that will tie in with somebody. Maybe somebody owns a raptor truck or you like raptors, dinosaurs, or raptor birds, type birds like hawks. Okay? Maybe significant. Looking at things from a higher perspective again. Okay, Spirit, I'm feeling guided to move on to pull the words of confirmation cards, and or stones or whatever things you need to work on cards. I'm going to shuffle this a few times while I'm here. Shuffle. My gosh, you guys. I just split the deck, right? Is that not a sign of confirmation? Control issues. Let go of the need to control. Confirmation right there, the message I was just sharing. And blessings are on their way. I just got goosebumps again. I couldn't make that up, you guys. I don't know how to do those card tricks, so I don't do stuff like that. That's divinely led right there. I literally just split the deck and just looked down, and those are the two cards. So that's a sign of confirmation. I keep getting messages. Oh, I got goosebumps again. I keep getting messages like that when I split decks. So thank you, Spirit, for more confirmation for this collective. I'm not making this stuff up and telling you it's coming through. I'm just a messenger, okay? Thank you, Spirit. And for these messages, I hope they assist people. Please like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for joining me on Ethereal Pathways. I really hope that I am assisting you guys on your journey of ascension and healing, because that's why I do this, okay? I fit this in my day, okay? I make sacrifices to fit this in my day to help people. Thank you so much, because that's what I'm feeling called to do. That's what I feel guided to do as a teacher and a guide, to do that, to share my gifts. Thank you, Spirit. What other messages of, I should have pulled those two cards out, and I just thought of that, but it's a sign of confirmation, okay? But yeah. Oh my gosh, you guys. I just let the deck again look, and I look down. Signs and synchronicities. You're seeing repeating numbers, messages and songs, seeing animals a lot, and strange synchronicities are happening to you, and introspection is needed. That's what we're being guided to do for this forgiveness, okay? Let go of these past hurts. Look at where we have been maybe allowing certain things to happen because of our own wounds, where we laid down our boundaries and overgave or trusted others when, the signs were there and we were ignoring red flags because we were wounded. Again, don't put all this, I'm stupid, or don't say stuff like that to yourself. Okay. It's how you speak about yourself is super important about what you're going to manifest in your life, in the reality. So start being more loving to yourself and trust your intuition and trust yourself, because it's there to guide you. You're getting signs and synchronicities, okay, that you're on the right path. Continue moving forward. And trust me, the divine won't let you go off the deep end on the wrong path. They will cause tower moments, like I said, and bring you back in alignment with your true soul's path, with the people you need to meet, the opportunities, okay, the lessons from people that you need to have in order to get to your abundance, in order to get to your fulfillment and whatever life purpose you have. So you got to trust in the divine and trust that you're not going to be led astray. I know this is a new way of thinking for a lot of you, and it's a trust journey. It's a trust fall. I literally just heard that song, Trust Fall. Like, oh, he just got goosebumps. Sonic confirmation. So I just got that song, Trust Fall. So go look at the lyrics of that song or listen to that song if you haven't heard it. It's talking about really like in relationships, but it has to do with the divine too. That's your relationship with your higher self and God. trust in the divine that they're not going to allow you to steer you off your path. And I'm just here giving you those signs of confirmation to follow your intuition. Okay. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm giving you confirmation of what your intuition is already telling you. And the God is telling you, the divine's telling you through signs and synchronicities and your intuition. Okay. That's what these are here for. These messages are here for, to give you that confirmation, to trust yourself. Okay. And trust God and the divine on this journey. Thank you. Oh, I got goosebumps again. Thank you so much, Spirit. I just want to cry, because that's all I want for people is I want to help. Okay. You trust yourself. You can do this. You always could. Okay. I don't care what somebody told you, that you can't do this. You can't manifest this. You can't be this kind of, successful person. I don't care. You can do anything you put your mind to and you have belief in and have faith, trusting in the unseen. Okay. That's what you need, but you got to build that relationship with your higher self and yourself. Go within and build that connection and hearing from the divine, okay, through your intuition, through, getting those messages from Spirit. Okay? That just fell right out. Okay, so 2 cards fell out. Again, you may be seeing 2s. 555 change is another synchronicity that you may be seeing. So change is coming, okay? Or you may be in the process of changes happening in your life, moves or, whatever, new jobs, whatever, okay? So change is coming. I need you in my life. You are a blessing. So somebody feels like they need you in their life and that you are a blessing to them. Okay. And if they didn't see that before, they definitely see it now. Maybe somebody you're in, separation with. Okay. So that's a sign of confirmation for you. Thank you, Spirit. Anything else out of this deck here? Oh, okay. Green or hazel eyes may be significant. Okay. To you or somebody, maybe. Just take it as how it resonates, okay? Spirit, these signs of confirmation. What else does the collective need to know at this time? I feel like giving up. And some of you have been feeling like giving up, okay? Or somebody connected to you has felt like giving up on, trying to make peace. But I'm telling you, don't give up, okay? Do not give up. You're being guided to move forward. Sight unseen, that's that faith. Walk on by faith and not by sight. Your ancestors are watching and or guiding you at this time. So again, I just got goosebumps. Somebody keeps getting this message in my collective readings lately. And you're, again, another sign of confirmation for you that your ancestors, your passed on loved ones are guiding you and assisting you at this time to this journey. Maybe helping bring somebody in your life, bring fulfillment in your life, make you happy. They want you to be happy, okay? I don't care what they were like in this world. They may have been, a harsh person. But when we get on the other side, there's so many signs I've seen. When we get on the other side, I'm shuffling again. There's a lot of change that happens to them over the air. Okay. They can change. Okay. And a lot of them, most of them do when they go into the light and they don't stay earthbound. They can change and they see where they were wrong. And a lot of times they send you signs that they're sorry for how they treated you in this world. Okay. So, that came through for me too. I got that when my intuition and I started hearing, my passed on loved ones, I was like, I was going crazy. And then my daughter started hearing the same thing. And I was like, okay, that's a sign of confirmation. She has the same gifts I do. And that we were both hearing the same family members, seeing the same things when we saw them. And I was like, oh, wow. Okay. So I learned to trust in that. They were trying to come back and apologize to me and try to make it right from the other side and try to help guide me and help me. And that's why they left my life early. I lost my mother and father pretty early on in my life. And thank God for my stepmom that my dad married after my mom, they divorced. She's been in my life still to this day, thank goodness, as a support for us. All right. I don't know why I'm shuffling again, but I'm going to do one more, 1 or 2 more. Oh, that almost came out. What else, Spirit? Do they need to know? I'm just going to pull a few cards. Cardinals, this came out yesterday and here lately. Cardinals may be significant. You may be seeing cardinals. That's a sign, okay, from your passed on loved ones that they are there watching over you and guiding you on your journey, okay? And also angels are giving you signs. And look, this is that double card. That was no coincidence. It was an accident on my part. I wasn't intentionally making this. We are guiding you. Again, another sign of confirmation. Wow. Thank you so much, Spirit. So any more? One more. Okay, for 7, a total of 7. Again, that's the number of synchronicity for somebody. What other signs, a confirmation or messages do they need at this time? Rhodite, you may be guided to work with rhodite. a stone, acts like a rescue stone to help heal from deep betrayal. And you guys, that's a sign of confirmation of the message right there that I got. To heal from deep betrayal and understand others, balance heart chakra, unconditional self-love, and love for others. So maybe you got to work with rhodite at this time, okay? Thank you so much, Spirit. I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you so much for hanging with me. I really appreciate you all. If you can like, comment, subscribe, that helps my channel grow so that these messages can get out to more people that could assist them. And I greatly appreciate all of your love and support on this journey and for this channel. Thank you so much. And I really hope you all a wonderful day or evening whenever you're watching this. And I leave you in love and light. Blessings.